Hey friends, wanted to give you an update on the Pastor Talk podcast as we finished our trip through 1st and 2nd Timothy and as we look forward as to what might be in the future. Wanted to keep you up to date on a couple of things that will be happening. The Bible study that we do daily at 2 o'clock will be on hold for a while as we give everyone a break through part of the rest of the summer. Then we'll be coming back together in the late summer, early fall for a series I think people will be excited about, Michael. Those who went through Genesis with us, many of them said they would like to just go straight on into Exodus. The timing didn't work out as well at the time, so we're going to give ourselves lots of time by starting in that late summer, early fall period, and we're going to get through the book of Exodus. I think that will be a welcome news for a lot of people.
Yeah, so we'll be back to the Old Testament. Of course, Exodus is a long book, so that gives us plenty of time as we jump into that in the fall. And like Clint said, we'll certainly keep you up to date with that. We'll release some information here on YouTube and on the podcast as we get closer to that, so you'll know it's coming up. Then also want to make you aware of some of the stuff that is going to be happening still. So in fact, today, when this releases, we're going to have released the first episode of a series we're going to be doing for the next 5 or 6 weeks, in which we're just going to be combing through our libraries, picking out some books that have been meaningful to us, books that we think are readable for anyone. You don't need to have gone to seminary or be particularly widely read in the Christian book genre, but the idea of things that we've read that have been helpful for our faith that we think we would share with others. And if you want to tune into that, we will be linking those so they're easy to get your hands on if one of those strikes your fancy. We know lots of people like to read books in the summer, and we thought, if we could contribute some books that have been meaningful for us, maybe there might be one out there that would be meaningful for you.
Yeah, I try to be a reader, Michael, and I'm always very grateful when I discover a book that I think makes a difference, when I read something and feel like it really lands in my own life and my own experience. And so as we get asked once in a while if we can recommend books, this has been a fun chance to look over the shelves and to pull out those things that maybe haven't read in a while, but think about a lot and marked up a lot and paid a lot of attention to. And so it'd be fun to share those with people, and hopefully they might be helpful if those folks are looking for something to read also.
Just want to look maybe slightly farther ahead. We are going to start Exodus in the fall and then look forward to some stuff. We're working on a study of the Westminster Catechism, which may or may not mean anything to you, but we're sort of thinking ahead as to having some more substantial theological conversation, thinking about what it means to be Christian at the most basic level and how we can continue to grow in that identity. I'm excited for that, though there's going to be a lot that's going to come really into place and form up as we get closer to the fall. So stay tuned for that. The most immediate thing, we'll have this series on the books, and then we'll get back in the fall for a much larger suite as we enter into all these other conversations.
Yeah, I don't think there's really been anything more foundational to Presbyterians than the Westminster Confession, the Westminster Catechisms, and as we move into the fall, it'll be a good chance to kind of keep with that education theme, to look back at those from a historical perspective and to dig into what it is that has formed really the framework of what it means to be Reformed Christians, Presbyterian Christians. And if you don't have an experience with the Westminster Confession, the Westminster Catechism, I hope you'll join us at least initially, because I think though it will, that could easily seem dry, but there's a lot there, and I think you will have lots of opportunities to think through various things regarding the faith through the lenses of our very wise ancestors.
I'm not going to sell you on it yet, but I promise there's a lot of good in having a conversation about what it is that we believe. So when we come out, we'll set up that series, and we'll share with you the many reasons why you should be excited about it, even if you've not heard of it before. But needless to say, we're grateful for everyone who's been part of the conversations this far. This last year, getting through Genesis and then some of the pastoral letters together was really, really great. Thank you for those of you who have done that. we look forward to continuing with some really exciting stuff here in the coming future.
We'll keep you updated when all those things are happening, and we appreciate you sticking with us through them and hope they're helpful. Thanks for listening.